It's been a long time since I last saw you. I am not the autumn moon. Before our story begins, I still want to ask you a question as usual. Do you have a loved one now? Of course, the answer is in your heart. You don't say that no one will know. Welcome to the What is the series. In this series, I am no longer a relevant figure in history. I am who I am. You are too. I hope to tell you about it, some of my recent little insights. Small thoughts I also hope that my thoughts will be my ones. Can really help you. Today I want to talk to you about one. A lot of people are asking me questions. It's called what love is. In fact, every time someone asks me to talk about this topic, I always find it a bit difficult. Because to be honest, I'm not one who has grown a lot. I have seen thousands of sales. I'm not the kind of person who has experienced a lot of stories. A person who can tell love very completely when he turns back. So what is love in today's issue? It's not that I'm in a position where I know everything. Let's give you a definition. It's more like at my current stage of life. Stand where I can see at the moment. Have a serious chat with you. Let's talk about my current understanding. What exactly is love? If you are also young, if you are also like hesitation, expect disappointment, even a little overwhelmed. Maybe today's passage is not necessarily the answer, but it may be like a small lamp. Accompany you to the unclear feeling in your heart. Slowly see it clearly. What is love? If we first stand on a more objective side, from a more fair perspective, it's actually not that romantic. In psychology and brain science, there is a part of love. It is related to the chemical reactions in our bodies. You will have a faster heartbeat because of a person. We'll think of him repeatedly. We'll look forward to his news. We'll be happy for a long time because of a sentence. It will also be because of a little coldness, sudden loss. Behind these feelings, possible reward mechanism of dopamine. There is excitement that comes with freshness. There is restlessness and closeness after the attachment system is activated. It's not that you're pretentious. It's not that you're too sensitive. Many times it is an instinctive human reaction. From this perspective, love is a very complex physical and mental reaction. It excites people.
Engaged.
It makes people want to get closer. It also makes people afraid of losing. If you say it more rationally, I think love can even be broken down into many parts. Some are heartbroken. It is the feeling of suddenly lighting up when you see a person. Some are intimate. It's you who are willing to show your true self to the other person. Some are promises. It's that you don't like it for a while. Instead, I want to accompany him seriously for a while. So you see, there is nothing wrong with the scientific explanation. It helps us know. Love is not a myth that falls out of thin air. There are traces to follow. It is associated with emotional attachment to experience character. Even childhood security is related. But the problem is, if love is just that, so why has someone obviously not contacted for a long time? You will still think of him one night. Why some people are clearly not the most suitable, but you look most like yourself in front of him? Why are some relationships that have been over for a long time? You think back, there will be a slight pain in my heart, but you know that there is sincerity in your pain. So later, I think science can explain why love happens, but he may not be able to say it completely. What love is for us. Dopamine explains the heartbeat, but it doesn't explain why you're here. When a person is sad, the first reaction was to hug him. He can't explain that you are obviously aggrieved, but you still want to make what you want to say clearly. I don't want the misunderstanding to go further. He couldn't explain. You slowly learn restraint in love, learn to respect, learn not to let your emotions go. It becomes a harm to others. So these things are not just reactions. This is a person who slowly grows in a relationship. Your own look. So now if you ask me, in life, in the hearts of each of us, what exactly is love? I thought, love may not be as simple as saying I love you. It's more like a deep concern. It's that you will be among many people. It is particularly sensitive to a person's emotions. It's that you may not have said much, but you will remember his habits, remember his vulnerability. I remember that he was actually sad when he was silent. It's you who want to be close to him, not just because he makes you happy, also because you are willing to understand him, those unhappy times. Love can also be a mirror. You think you're in love with someone. Later you will slowly find out. You also see yourself in the relationship. You see your expectations, see your own uneasiness, see how afraid you are of being ignored. I also saw that I was actually softer than I imagined. Sometimes, we thought that love was that I got someone. But then we found out, love is often about knowing ourselves. It's not just something that makes people feel excited. It is also something that makes people grow. Really good love. It's not just for me to be happy for a while. It's about keeping me in this relationship, slowly become more sincere, braver and more responsible. I can like it, but I don't control. I can rely on it, but don't take you as my whole answer. I can care, but not to keep you, lose myself. If you talk about what I said earlier, it is scientific love, then these are the ones. It may be the love in my life. So, if you ask me what love is, that's my current understanding. It may start with a heartbeat. It's dopamine. It's anticipation and panic. You can go to the back. It should turn into understanding. It becomes a measure, become a responsibility. It's me who is serious about you. Seriously to myself too. I think that's important. It's also rare. That's it. Many people have a second question in their minds. If love matters, why our time? On the contrary, it is becoming more and more difficult to get true love. We often watch short videos from our circle of friends, discover from various social media. Nowadays, people feel more and more playful. There are fewer and fewer people who truly love someone. I don't think everyone doesn't want to love anymore. Quite the opposite. It's everyone who wants it too much. We are now living in an era where it's easy to get anxious. Everything is fast. The internet speed is fast. Know each other quickly. Get close quickly. The heart beats quickly. Share quickly. Even leaving quickly. Many relationships have not yet had time to take root. It has been pushed away by emotional misunderstandings and rhythmic reality. It's easy to start. It is not easy to sustain and then end with a difficult end. We are excited when we see someone, but I don't know how to express it. We look forward to seeing someone, but don't know how to communicate. We want to be understood, but I don't dare to bring out my true self. Why is it risky? Because it is real. In this day and age, who is the first to be moved? Whoever is passive, the more serious the person. Often the more likely they are to get hurt. And once you start looking forward to it, it's hard to pretend it doesn't matter. So in the current love relationship, in fact, two things are missing. One is courage. One is patience. Courage is my willingness to let you see the real me. It's not just me who is in good shape and performing. Patience is something that goes wrong between us, not an immediate death sentence. Instead, they are willing to sit down and open their hearts, communicate on an equal footing, study hard. These two things are particularly difficult. It's not enough for one person's efforts. So you see, true love is rare. It's not because love itself is rare, rather because it requires two people. At the same time, you have to take out something very precious. In addition to these, I think there is another very realistic reason. I also want to say it. Many people think of love as one. I just need to find the right person, but rarely think about it. Have I ever been a suitable person to enter love? We often keep our eyes on others. Is he firm enough? Does he love me enough? Will he leave? Instead of looking at ourselves. Will I speak well? Can I face conflict? Instead of running away when you feel uncomfortable. Do I have a boundary? Are you willing to respect borders? What I want is one person to fill my vacancy, or be willing to grow with another person. Then when these questions, it's time for us to think it through. Love is easy to become. He will slowly change from illuminating each other to asking for each other. It will change from, I want to understand you. Why can't you do what I expect? So you see, true love is rare. But it is precisely because it is rare. It's worth it. So, if you haven't met that kind of love yet, don't worry. Don't doubt yourself. That doesn't mean you're not worth it. Many times. It's just that you're still on your way. The other party is still on the way. Speaking of which, I want to tell you a story. Not my story. My story is not enough. On the platform of what is the series, I want to tell you, it is the story of Zhao A's A4 paper. Little A is a pseudonym. He is also a short video creator. This time he was also authorized to tell his story. So how do we meet? We met at a creators conference. Then communicate. Discover that we are in the same city. I got along very well, and I chatted if I didn't get along. But let's be honest, people like us. It's quite busy during the day. Find a topic, check the information, determine the content, review the script, and engage in shooting. Editing is done late at night. Only then can we say something truly heartfelt. I remember it was one night in January 2025. It was past 2 a.m. It just so happened that they were all busy. The two of us made an appointment to have something to eat. I found a food stall that was still open. The wind is cold on winter nights. The table lamp is dim. The table next to me was drinking beer. That's what I said. The boss brought the steaming soup pot and fragrant fried noodles. We were talking about creation. Chat platform to talk about recent status. Chatting and chatting. He was suddenly quiet for a while, then handed me the phone to show me a photo. The photo was taken on an old A4 paper. The crease is deep. The corners have been brushed. It should have been opened many times. I also noticed there is also a collection logo in the upper right corner of the image. I asked him, "How do you keep a photo of a piece of paper all the time?"
He lowered his head and smiled again.
A long time passed. I took a few sips of beer. He told me that I have kept this A4 paper. I am not willing to lose it. Autumn Moon. I've seen your He Wei series for many issues. What is love if you want to do it in the future? Can you tell me the story of this A4 sheet? I look down at the photo. The words on the paper are written with a blue ballpoint pen, one stroke at a time. Neat and beautiful. The date is still reserved for December 30th, 2024. So Zhao said that this was written by my ex-girlfriend. We have been together for 4 years and 3 months, from August 2020 to November 2024. So Zhao slowly told her story. It's a great start. Very ordinary separation. No one makes a big mistake. There is also no particularly dramatic plot. Right. Sometimes, love is not suddenly gone, but walking. But I found that something had changed. Both went to work. I was very tired and felt that I was working hard. At first, it was a quarrel why I didn't reply to the message. Later, I argued why you always have this attitude. After that, I didn't even make much noise. Just one day at a time. There are fewer words. The explanation has become shorter. The silence became longer. He said that time, what he is most afraid of is not that he is tired after work every day. Instead, it goes back to the rental house. The moment you open the door, obviously the house is still the same house. Slippers are still 2 pairs. The toothbrushes are still side by side. But I feel that people are no longer the same people. Zhao said that I remembered very well. The breakup took place on the evening of November 26, 2024.
10:41.
Because I just finished speaking that day. Or we'll be here. Then the electronic clock on the living room wall jumped from 10:40 to 10:41. Point flash. The house was very quiet. After the breakup, Zhao did not move away immediately. Not because of reluctance. It's because it's really troublesome. The house they rented expired on December 31st. He will report to the new company on January 2nd. At the end of the year, work is busy again. Move and find a house to resign and do handover. Squeeze into a pile. It's a mess. December 31st. He took half a day off, prepared to move. I had already anticipated it before going upstairs. This meeting can be embarrassing. It can be embarrassing. If you don't say it's good, you will turn over the old account again. Or silent to the point where even the air is cold. As a result, the moment the door was opened, he was stunned. On the floor in the living room, there are 7 cardboard boxes neatly placed. It's really 7. Because the sides of each box are already labeled. Write 17. There is a blue document bag in parentheses behind the first document. The second item is winter clothing. The third item, the fourth drug in parentheses. The parentheses first disassemble the computer hard disk of item 5. Be careful with parentheses. The 6th item is washing. The 7th item is fragmentary. He was standing at the door. He was still carrying packing tape in his hand. I didn't move for a long time. He came out of the bedroom, glanced at him, just said one sentence, "I'll divide it for you. Save yourself from finding something in your new home." Zhao said. At that moment, he felt as if his chest was blocked by something. He put a folded A4 paper on the first box. The list is here. I'm afraid you will tear it down when the time comes. This is the photo taken by Zhao, a 4 paper that I am reluctant to lose. I saw that except for the 7 boxes taken in order. There are also a few lines of smaller words. ID cards, graduation certificates, bank cards, and bank cards are all in blue document bags. The resignation certificate required by the new company is at the very back. The stomach medicine was divided into 6 packs. In the 4th box, don't eat on an empty stomach. The rhinitis spray was placed in a small bag on the right side of the medicine box. The gray scarf your mother sent you last year is packed separately. Don't machine wash. The old phone charger is in the mezzanine of the computer bag. The two of them didn't talk much that day. Just keep moving things. Trip after trip. The elevator in the old community is ridiculously slow. The middle is stuck on the 9th floor. It stopped for almost 3 minutes. Zhao was holding 3 boxes of books. Redness of fingers. He glanced at it, said, "Give me a box. It's too heavy." He subconsciously said no. In the end, I handed it to him. 2 people stand side by side in the elevator. A mirror on the elevator door photographed them very clearly. No one looked at anyone. But everyone knows. This is probably their last time. This is how we stand together and move things. New home on the 6th floor of an old house. There is no elevator. He moved the box up little by himself. It was already past 10 o'clock when I moved to the end. The sensor lights in the corridor are always off. He stomped his foot several times before the light came on. The first thing he did when he walked in the door, just pick up that A4 paper. Discover the back? There are also words that are written on it. The main gate of the water heater is behind the kitchen door. What about your toothbrush? I put it next to the sink. Don't clean up tonight. Take a shower and eat something before going to bed. Zhao said that when he saw these words, I really sat on the ground and cried. It's not the kind of big, loud cry. It is a person in a newly rented empty house. The floor is full of tape and foam paper. The lights have a little bit of white. Outside the window there is still a pre-New Year's Eve, the sound of fireworks left behind. He lowered his head. Tears fell on that piece of paper drop by drop. What happened later? They didn't get back together. Zhao didn't tell this story very miserably. After telling this story, he just drank with his head down. Drink bottle after bottle. Maybe after hearing this story, my heart will also be very blocked. Or maybe after you listen to this story, he would ask me a very realistic word. What should love do? That's what I want to say. It may not be so hot-blooded. Or what I want to say may not sound good. I want to say that love is not obtained by strategy. It's not that you memorized a few words, learned several techniques. You can have a true love. I have always felt love is not an exam. There is no standard answer. There is also no perfect score template. But we can practice. Make yourself a more loving person. This phrase may sound abstract to you, but it's actually really specific. Because before love really begins, we must learn first. In fact, it is self-knowledge. Many times, we thought we were looking for love. In fact, we are looking for painkillers. We are so tired. I want to find someone to hug me. We are so alone. I want to find someone to accompany me. We are so insecure. I want to find someone to prove that I am worthy of love. These are all true, not lost at all. Everyone is like this. But if we can't tell these things apart, love is easy to change. You will turn likes into grabs, will turn care into control, turn me into you who need you and you can never leave me. So you can ask yourself a few questions now. I really want to get into a relationship now, or just want to be comforted too much. I want to live with someone. Or is it just afraid of the loneliness of spending the night alone? What I want is liveliness. Or steady. I said I always wanted love. But am I really ready to take it on? You can ask yourself. I don't think a person is meant to be as powerful as he becomes. How good is worthy of love? The first step in how to do it is not how to love others. It's that you can look at yourself honestly. Then, if you're already in a relationship, so how to do this? I think the most important point is, less guess. A little more seriously. Many feelings are not unloved, but I guess I'm tired of guessing every day. Guess why he was so slow to reply to messages today. Guess why he just spoke in such a cold tone. We all judge in our hearts. We are all waiting for each other to explain first. But no one wants to make it clear first. To the last misunderstanding, a misunderstanding. A small thing drags into a thorn. Obviously, I just wanted to be understood at first. In the end, it was all accusations. I think the most fearful thing in love is not quarrels. What I fear most is that both of them are very aggrieved, but no one spoke well. So I feel more and more in love, a person's most precious ability. It's not that you can create romance. Instead, they express their feelings. Not saying, "How are you always like this?" It's about what you just told me. I felt very sad after hearing this. It's not about you. It doesn't care about me at all. Instead, you haven't replied to me today. I can't help but think wildly. It's not that I forget it. That's it. Instead, I feel very uncomfortable right now. A little angry. Can we have a good talk later? You see, it's essentially the same thing. But when you go from judging right and wrong to saying feelings, the atmosphere of the relationship will be different all of a sudden. One more point. I think it's also very important. You have to learn to watch the other person's actions. Don't just listen to each other's emotions. Because when the emotions are very strong, a lot of words are very nice. Right? Everyone will say forever, "I will always be with you. Don't worry. When I can't bear it," anyone will say that they can't do without it. When you're sad, everyone will say that I change. But it really explains the problem. Often not when those emotions are at their fullest. What was said? But after the days return to normal, what did he do? Will he be in trouble when it comes? Also willing to deal with problems. Will he be when you are vulnerable? It's not that you are troublesome. Will he respect your boundaries? Instead of saying "I love you" on the side, while consuming you, will he be in a relationship when there is a crack? It's not an escape. It's not a Cold War. It's not to hang you. Instead, they are willing to find a way together. You heard the story of Zhao A earlier. That's what it means. Really moving. It's never a big word. Instead, it is in a 4-sheet of paper. It is 7 boxes. The 4th box needs to be dismantled first. It's you going to report on January 2nd. I put my documents in the first box. Love is often hidden in these places. Hidden in the details. Hidden in habit. Hidden in a person. Are you willing to take a little responsibility for your life? So if you ask me, how to judge whether a love is healthy, I would say, don't just look at how fast he makes your heart beat. You have to look at the time with him. Are you living a more and more stable life? More and more daring to be yourself. I am getting more and more daring to tell the truth. Love is not a long-term tension. Really good love, there will be a heartbeat. But there will be stability. Let's go on and talk about how to do it. There is another difficult, but I think I have to say something about it. It's that you are in love? Be sure to remember to keep yourself. Hey, many people may have heard this sentence, but it's really in the relationship. It's really hard to do. When you like someone, we are too easy. Put all your attention on it. If he is happy, you will be happy.
He suddenly got cold.
You're messed up all day. He didn't reply to you with a word. You can't sleep well all night. Of course, I'm not saying it's bad. Liking makes people soft, become concerned, become less calm than usual. But if a love, let you get smaller and smaller over the long term, more and more panicked. It is becoming less and less like myself. Then you have to think about it. See if something is wrong. Good love, not to turn you into someone who only loves. He should let you still have your own life and love, own friends, my own love, own rhythm. You can like someone very much, but I hope you don't try to keep him, cut yourself to pieces little by little. Because of one person, once you put your whole life on love, love to the end, it is easy to turn into fear. Fear of loss, afraid of being compared, afraid of the other person leaving, afraid that you are not good enough. So you will want to hold on more and more. The tighter you grasp, the tighter you get. The tighter it is, the more grasp. The relationship is getting more and more breathless. So what to do? It's not that love is less. It's about love being more stable. You can be serious, but don't lose who you are. You can dive in, but don't give up your original love, the original life you can rely on. But don't use the other person as your only emotional outlet. Therefore, a person must live his life first. Then love is coming. You can catch it. Okay, and one last point. I think it's especially important. So how to do it? It's not about teaching us how to be together. It also includes if one day we can't go on. How do we end it? Probably now you hear about this topic, you will feel that you don't like to listen. But trust me, it really matters. Because not all love will come to an end. Some relationships change as you go. There are some people who you have done nothing wrong. It's just that the stages of life are different. There are some feelings that you have worked. But hard work may not always be able to be consummated. So what to do at this time? I think at least don't embarrass each other. Be serious when you love. Be decent when you leave. Don't let the ending be unhappy. Just go back and tell those truthful words, all made into a joke. Don't let yourself hurt yourself. Just use the most ruthless words to stab the other person's softest heart. Don't humiliate the other person to prove that you have won. Because I want to tell you, in love, there really is no one who wins or loses. You heard the story of Xiao A earlier. Do you feel uncomfortable? So why do you feel uncomfortable? It's not because they got back together. Precisely because they did not get back together. But that person still took Xiao Wei's life, put it away gently, and returned it to him. This separation is not lively. But he is the most real. He will make you understand. Love doesn't have to be that I have to have you. Love is sometimes I have loved you seriously. So even if they are separated in the end, I also want to do something for you at the end. I think this is how to do it. The most difficult and precious moment. So today, if you ask me, what should love do? I probably won't teach you how to chase someone. I won't teach you how to make others inseparable from you. I just want to tell you. You must first understand yourself, then love into a relationship. Guess less. Say a little more. You have to look at the action. Don't just listen to emotions. You can love others, but don't lose yourself. In the end, if you can't go on, just try to walk the road decently. These few things may not sound romantic, but what we really need, that's often it. Something that doesn't look so romantic. Love, love. What is love? I actually don't think I'm qualified to say such things. But if I had to be at this moment, give him an answer. I don't think he was a heartbeat when he was young. Nor is it a model arrangement in adulthood. It's not a sentence of I love you. Nor is it a must have a happy ending. It should be a real and quiet view. You see others in love. Finally saw yourself. We always think that love is passionate. It's fireworks, it's a hug. You have to do it. Yes, these could be love. But we may gradually understand later. Love is also one of those less lively moments. It's when you're sad. Some people can hear that you are showing off when you are panicking. Someone will settle your life for you first. It is still willing to speak clearly after the dispute. It is to go to the end, even if you can't go together. Don't throw each other's sincerity to the ground. Why he matters? Not because he can make life pain-free from now on. Rather because he will let a person no longer always carry it alone. He made us noisy in this very fast place. In a world where it is easy to push people forward, suddenly there was a moment. I feel seen, was understood. But this feeling, sometimes it's more like love than the 3 words I love you. So to the end, I feel more and more. The most precious place of love. It's not about tying 2 people together forever. It is to let people develop a kind of ability. Go to serious love. Go to the work of wisdom. Get along with each other tolerantly. Go to a decent farewell. Go to believe in the truth in regret. Go and still don't close yourself off after losing. Hopefully one day, you can meet such love. No need to prove it all the time. Instead, it's slowly quieted down. Don't always guess the other person. I'm always afraid of not having to ask myself repeatedly in the middle of the night, is it worth it? Not to trap yourself. Instead, make yourself more complete, softer and more powerful. Then if you haven't met yet, it doesn't matter. Please live a good life first. First take care of your heart little by little. Because when love really comes, you will understand. It's not running away, not salvation. But even if it is all the way, be fearless with you. Go on firmly. So at the end of the story, you ask me what love is. In my current understanding, love is on the long road of life. You once loved someone so seriously. As a result, I learned how to love others, how to love yourself. Even if there is consummation later, there are also regrets. You still want to believe it. It is worth cherishing in this world. It was never the ending itself. It's the heart that has never gone cold in love.